Hello friends and welcome to Load of Crock. So I was craving penne pasta, and I don't know if you know anything about your girl, but when I want penne, that's what I want. I don't want something like penne, I want penne. And I accidentally, because I was in a rush, didn't pay attention, my brain doesn't work sometimes, bought ziti. Now, ziti is similar to penne, but it's not penne. And if you want penne, you want penne. How many times can I say that? So I didn't want to waste it. I mean, I still made my penne dish, but then I thought I might as well use the ziti for something. So on today's episode of Load of Crock, we're making what I'm gonna call, oops, I accidentally bought ziti instead of penne, baked ziti in the crock pot. Okay, friends, for this recipe, you'll need chicken broth, a jar of your favorite marinara sauce, diced tomatoes, 2 cans. I went with the Italian style, shredded mozzarella, a pound of hamburger, mushrooms, and of course, the ziti. Fry up your hamburger with the mushrooms, and then when it's done, put it in your crock pot. Add in the cans of diced tomatoes and your marinara sauce, as well as the chicken broth. And then you'll want to give this a really good mix and then put this on low and just let it simmer 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever works for your schedule. Then when you're about 30 minutes from being ready to eat, add in the ziti and give it another good mix. And then you're going to want to do this anywhere from like 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how you like your noodles. And then make sure it's on high for this part. And then after the 10, 15 minutes, add in the mozzarella and put it back on high for another 10 to get the cheese nicely melted. All right, friends, I loved this dish for a lot of reasons. One of the big ones is you don't have to cook the pasta before, but you do have to keep an eye on the pasta once you add it in to make sure that it gets to your liking. That's a big part of it. But what I did was that initial step of putting everything together, I let that simmer for like 4 to 5 hours on low, which was perfect. Then when I was ready, I added in the pasta. Now I like mine pretty al dente, especially because if it sits in the crock pot for a little bit, it's gonna start to expand. So I did it about 15 minutes and then put the remaining cheese on top and did that for another 15 minutes. And that got the pasta right to a texture that I liked. So kind of keep an eye on it. That last 30 minutes where you're working the pasta and the cheese, you'll wanna make sure to pay attention just to make sure you get it to the liking. Also, this needs to be served immediately. Pasta will expand as it gets warmer, and so if it sits in the crock pot too long, it is going to expand. So just saying, once you have that initial base all simmered up, that can sit until you're ready. So make sure you're ready to want to eat within the 30 minutes of then adding your pasta and doing the last of the cheese, because that's going to help make sure that the noodles stay exactly how you would like. So there you have it. The oops, I accidentally bought ziti instead of penne, baked ziti. Thanks to all of you who are subscribed and watching this Load of Crock channel. I continue to be so grateful for everybody's interest and support. This recipe, along with all of our others, as always, can be found at myloadofcrock.com. So now I guess maybe I am hopeful that I'll be able to say, oops, I did it again. Maybe. And bought ziti, or maybe I'll do it on purpose next time. Either way, check out this oops, I accidentally bought ziti instead of penne, baked ziti in the crock pot.